stop, listen to my few words before you go. This is a brave story that you should know, about how 4,000 Australian soldiers stopped the elite German army at Villiers-Bretonneux. Now let me set the scene about how the military situation had previously been. British generals held Australians in contempt as mere colonials, undisciplined and unkempt. As well, previous victories of the Australians, the press reported that the British had won. This rankled the Australians, you have no idea. Australians believed credit won was credit due. The Australians all knew from Perth to Whyalla they had done well with blood, sweat and valor. At Somme, Flanders, Pozières and Passchendaele, 4 years of hard trench fighting with little gain. By then both sides had had enough, for each and all the going was tough. For both sides were all bogged down in miles of trenches underground. The Germans, with hardened soldiers from the finished Russian front, allowed the Germans at that time to smash through the Allied lines. The Germans then knew, after breaking through and had retaken the land the Allies had gained, Germany was now sure it had won the war, for they had finally taken Villiers-Bretonneux. But hardened Australians were in their way, who so very soon would make them pay. The British General Rawlinson, with loss of pride, asked Australian generals to stem the tide. The plans the British High Command had made was to make use of 2 Australian brigades, the 13th and 15th, of 4,000 tough men, to halt the powerful German onslaught yet again. Now listen in, for now it gets interesting. The British said, this is your battle plan. Bombardment all night before the main fight. Attack the Germans in the morn, after dawn. But the 2 Australian brigadier generals, Glasgow and Elliot Pompey, did bluntly say, sorry, no way, it wasn't a task we would shirk, because simply those maneuvers don't work. They'd seen enough of this God-forsaken land that's been stained so red from soldiers dead. So instead, the Australian general said, no bombardment, because we want no noise. No, just leave us Australian soldiers alone. We will complete the task on our own. Let us be free to use the bayonet savagery, and after that we will give you a victory. Now, it was the Australians' audacious plot to encircle the entire German army's lot, who were deep asleep in Villiers-Bretonneux, with no warning that their death was dawning. The British generals simply couldn't comprehend the Australians' way to bring it all to an end. Instead of being bombarded with loud noise, they would use the silence to protect their boys. On that dark night, the Aussies, they set forth. Glasgow's mob south, Elliot's headed north. All rifles were empty before the battle began. There was not a single bullet in any man's gun. The reason was that no soldier could fire on that deep dark night, with no moon to warn sleeping Germans that Australian bayonets would be arriving quite soon. Listener, not before in all modern warfare had 4,000 men in the dark without light encircle their enemy, all asleep at night, all bedded down in Villiers-Bretonneux. It was at 10 p.m. and the attack began. In the village it was war door to door, room to room in four-man teams, with grenades, bayonets and screams. After 3 hours of horror, it was all over. The Germans either dead or surrendered. Even though 200 Australians had died, thankfully more than half had survived. The situation had been critical, a dire need. Once again Australians had done the deed. It was in their own ingenious Aussie way that audacity and originality saved the day. At the small village of Villiers-Bretonneux, it was the 25th of April 2014, Anzac Day. The Germans realized they had lost the war, as Amiens was safe and Paris was secure. The British press, they did under duress, actually reported on its impressiveness. British General Rawlinson wrote, the Australian victory at Villiers-Bretonneux was the greatest individual feat of the war. Those colonial lads from Australia wide in World War I helped turn the tide. It was meant to be the war to end all wars. Alas, we are still fighting more wars for an cause.